Hey guys, and welcome back to Pickleball King. Today we are doing Red Flood. In addition, you might have noticed we're doing some elongated Hearts of Iron. But let's get into it and let's talk about what is Red Flood. Well, Red Flood is basically during World War I, or before World War I even, Russia ends up winning the Russian-Japanese War, which makes Japan not have a good time. And then World War I is kicked off by the assassination of the Russian Tsar, which in turn leads to World War I, and then everyone just straight up does not have a good time in World War I. And that's the general gist of the lore. So today, oh, I didn't even realize Iceland got Iceland and Greenland? Darn, Iceland kinda OP in this game. But today, we will not be playing as Iceland, but instead we will be playing as the Commonwealth of Poland. And we, through all this chaos and all these syndicalist and socialist uprisings, we are going to try to reform the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. So, let's get started. Alright, so if you want to take a second and read the lore, feel free to pause the game, and here is the lore. But it's basically what I said, but in way more words. So, at the start of the game, as Poland, we actually start off in a pretty nice faction. In our faction, we've got the Lithuanians, the Belarusians, and the Ukrainians. However, I've been looking at the focus tree a little bit, and if we go down this thing, you might notice I haven't picked a focus. Well, that's because the game actually doesn't let me pick any focus. I'm assuming an event has to happen before I can do anything. But what I want to do is if we go down, I think this side, yeah, military restoration order, we can actually pressure, I guess, Lithuania, Belarus, and Ukraine to eventually get annexed. And then afterwards, we can go for the Baltics and Prussia, and we can also go for Russia. So ideally, we just want to form the good old PLC. One of the things that I have noticed, and I don't know how the game's going to go, but if we go to war with Belarus, it might be a problem, just because if we notice this supply hub, it actually is connected via railroad through Belarus, so that might be a little bit awkward if war ever breaks out. Oh, looks like our head of state hasn't left his home for 2 weeks. His health has been bad, and he's not doing very well. The nation prays for him. This is going to be a pivotal point in Poland's history. Oh, looks like things are kicking off in Russia. Yeah, looks like these two factions are at war now. So we'll see how this goes, and this might be advantageous to us. Maybe chaos in Russia will make it easy to take over. You know what? I think we are gonna send these guys some military volunteers. We can only send them one division, so I'm just gonna send them one cavalry division, but I just want to see what's going on over here. Oh, it looks like no matter what timeline it is, the Spanish Civil War always happens. It's an absolute point in history, it appears to be. Things have been going pretty well. The first year is over, we're in February, and we have fixed our manpower problems. Lots of war all over the world. It's a pretty tumultuous time in history. Something was happening in Spain, I don't know. Things are just happening. You know how it be. Hearts of Iron 4 modded moment. Oh? I don't know quite what happened, but it looks like our friendly Russians won the Civil War, and now they're going after these guys. I genuinely have no idea what happened, because the borders were literally the same as the war started. See, this is unfortunate. I actually wanted this war to go on for a very long time. Oh, they just annexed someone. Because I wanted them to grind each other down, so then when we came in, it'd be easy for us. But this is the worst of outcomes. Darn, Prussian Congo is just popping off. They're going after everyone. I think they're fighting... Yeah, look at this. They're fighting 3 people now. That's pretty crazy. Prussian Congo must be feeling confident. I'm also pretty sure... Yeah, they have their own focus tree as well. So that makes sense, I guess. Darn. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to come back and try playing as the Prussian Congo. Alright, I've also just realized that if we go down this foreign policy, this does remove our faction. So I'm going to hold off on doing that because I was thinking of doing that early, but our faction is helpful just because it gives us, free intel on our allies. So we're going to want to figure out who to go for. We'll probably go after Lithuania first, but for now, I want to finish this tree just so that we get this, just because absolute obedience will be very helpful in the survival of our nation. And we also need to reform the military. We still have a couple things to do, but we might start doing some of these things. We'll see, we'll see. But first, trial of the traitors. Oh. Looks like Lithuania refused our demand, and now we're forced to annex them. Alright, yes, we can easily crush them. Very nice. Oh, we've already taken their capital. Easy peasy. Yeah, they don't have a chance. They only had a couple of divisions, so... Yep, I think we can get them to capitulate right now, maybe? Let's just see, what's the war looking like? Yeah, we've only lost 350 men, and they're nearly there. Very nicely done. Boom, that was a pure blitzkrieg, but with infantry only. And that's a lot of guns and artillery. We needed both of those. Oh, Russia is going after Latvia. I am not a fan of that. Oh, and the Belarusians look like also declined our ultimatum, so we'll send in the army. Alright, easy. Let's just walk into Minsk. Just kidding. They're gonna deny us. Oh, it doesn't matter. Our infantry appears to be superior. Oh, we just walked around them anyway. Can we just encircle this guy real fast? Oh, we can. Nice. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, this war will be another easy blitzkrieg. You know, Poland is going well so far, but... Oh my god, look at Latvia. Latvia's kind of popping off. I like that. Now, the next threat is Ukraine. They're actually going to have a much larger army, so they might actually be able to put up some resistance towards us. But I think we still should be able to handle them quite easily. Oh, Russia's also going after Ukraine. Okay, good thing we started this. This is really bad, though. Hopefully Ukraine can hold them, but I don't know how the war score is going to be, you know, end up splitting up. Hopefully we can get everything, or at least most of everything. Darn, what we're going to do to Ukraine is what happened to Poland in our timeline. This is going to be kind of rough. Unfortunately, yeah, we still don't have, like, any of the war score, which is unfortunate. We just need to make sure we're the ones that take Kiev. Because if they take Kiev, that'll be bad. But, alright, I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, look at that. We've advanced, like, fully in the south. We're going to have to redraw the plans, but, alright, we got Kiev, which is cool. It looks like our first huge war in Europe has just kicked off, with the Germans going after the former Austrians. And this is going to be a pretty big battle. So I'm going to see how this goes, because this could go very poorly, because I did want to kill the Prussians, because that is in our focus tree, but they've been allied to these guys, so I haven't been doing anything about it. And the Russians, in the meanwhile, are trying to unify, so all of our neighbors are unifying, but I'm just trying to centralize us. As you can see, our factories have gone through the roof. We've gotten cores on most of the land, and now I'm just trying to get us another tech slot and just build up the military as fast as possible before we go to war with the great powers, and therefore become a great power ourselves. Oh, look at that. That was incredibly fast. Holy cow. I don't like that. Germany is very scary. But they did peace out with Prussia, so Prussia's easy. So we will go and kill Prussia pretty soon after this, but I am terrified of Germany now. Alright, let us go ahead and declare war on Prussia. Alright, let's just see how fast this goes. Oh yeah, lots and lots of green. Perfect. See. Yeah, huge casualties for them, almost none for us. Very beautiful. Oh, France and the UK have gone to war. Alright, looks like we have our first, like, world war kicking off. Interesting, we'll have to see how this develops. The wars have begun officially. I really hope Germany doesn't invade us just, you know, based on instinct. So now we have a very difficult decision, because the only people we can really invade are the Russians, who are pretty big and scary, but they're only going to get bigger and stronger the longer we wait. We could invade the Germans, but the Germans have a lot of friends. Or we could attack Moldova, but if we attack Moldova, I feel like Romania is just going to get most of the war score, and I don't know how much that's going to help us. And we don't have the navy to navally invade Sweden. Oh! In a turn of events, it appears Germany has just declared war on France and Italy, meaning that they have a huge front open. And I've just noticed their military is kind of doo-doo. So instead of attacking the Russians, we're going to do a 180 and we're going to go after the Germans instead. Alright, the war is 2 days away and they still have almost nothing on our border, so I think we're going to have a really good, successful initial push. Alright, the justification's done. Activate every single battle plan, and let's go. Alright, look at that. No resistance at all. We're gonna march into Berlin with just some cavalry. Yep, here we go. And boom, there goes Berlin. Let's go. Look at this, we're just pushing in fast, and the French are also pushing back at this point because they've pulled back a bunch of forces to try to stop us, but they won't stop us. Nothing can stop the Polish. The Germans are 80% towards capitulation. They are just collapsing. They've got no chance. Look at this. We can just snake through Germany, turn them into spaghetti. Look at this. They have no chance. Very good. Look at that. Alright. The war against Germany is over. And we have a nice buffer state against the French. And a decent amount of more land. And the borders are looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. It's really hard to tell right now just because the colors of the Italian National Republic and the UK are so similar, but the UK actually has managed to do a naval invasion onto Italy. So we'll see where this goes. But in the meanwhile, we are preparing to strike at the Russian Empire. We have a focus going, and as soon as it's done, we can declare war on them. And as we can see, their border, they're starting to put troops on it, but they don't have too many troops as of right now. I'm sure they're going to flood in, but they're still at war with these guys down here. So I'm hoping that this two-fronted war should be able to decimate them. And our army is really strong. We're really well equipped, and I like the divisions we have. This has been rather unfortunate because the Russians actually managed to win their war and they got a lot of equipment, and it's just before the war, about, 13 days before, so I think they're going to have enough time to mobilize their army back up to us. Which is not optimal, but I think we can still take them with ease, because I'm hoping that even though the German state doesn't have a military yet, they do have a navy, and they actually, I'm pretty sure, have more military factories than we do. Like, they have 77 military factories, we're at 74, so yeah, they've got more military factories, so I'm hoping they can just, lend-lease us, all the supplies we need to win the war. But our logistics are looking mostly pretty good, especially in terms of guns and arty. Medium tanks are struggling, and so is light SP artillery. But that's alright. Alright, there we go. The focus is complete. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the battle army. And let's just go ahead and declare war. And we'll even call in the Germans. So let's see how this goes. I'm expecting to see a lot of green. Let's see if my prediction's accurate. Oh yeah, look at all that green. This is going to be a walk in the cake. But that is until the reinforcements start coming in, which will cause some trouble. And we've been declared war on by someone else. Oh, Siberia. Okay, that's right. We've already encircled them over here, so this is perfect. Alright, yeah, we are just breaking the Russians all over the front. And this war, we're definitely taking more casualties than in previous wars. We're already at 39,000, but we're still having a really good ratio with them being 130,000. And we've also got 2.6 million manpower in the bank, so I think it's going to go well until we get to about here, and then supply is just going to not exist. But we have infantry, so maybe it'll be okay? I don't know. We'll find out. There's also a lot of wars happening down in the Balkans. Yugoslavia has just literally decided to take on everyone. Romania, Greece, the Italians, and they're still holding, so I'm actually kind of impressed by them. Oh, are we going to drive in or stride in? Yep, no defenders at all. Perfect. Let's take a look at that. We're at 79,000 casualties, they're at 250,000, and they're already halfway towards capitulation. This is perfect. Alright, we've almost reached Moscow as well, so I'm just going to see if we can just march straight into it at this point. Because the Russian army is non-existent. The front line's just empty. We're able to walk in at most places without much resistance. How many divisions they have? Yeah, 33 to 46. Yeah, we've wiped whatever divisions they've had. Alright, this encirclement has been pulled off, but it's a baby encirclement. But we're about to take Moscow anyway, and I think we can just walk into Tsaritsyn. You know what I didn't realize? Persia turned into the Anglo-Persian Oil Company. Looks like we've got like the British Raj, except it's an oil company in Iran. How peculiar. This says a lot about society. Alright, I've got a new plan. Moscow is their capital, and so all the supply comes from there. And so I've taken control of all the railroads. So I'm hoping that Moscow will have supply, but I'm hoping that the rest of the Russian army will just starve at this point as a result of all the railroads being mine. And in fact, maybe I can just encircle Moscow. That could be even easier. Yeah, I might as well just do that, yeah. Alright, Moscow has been encircled. So we're gonna actually probably wait on capturing Moscow, if that's the case, and try to just clean up the rest of the empire then. Alright, and there we go. Moscow has fallen. Is that the war? No, it's not quite the war, 88%, but they're at 500,000, and we're at almost 200,000, which isn't optimal in terms of casualties for us, but I'm willing to live with them. They're not awful. Alright, I think this might be their last Russian tank division as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's their last armored division, perfectly. There we go, there goes all their tanks. Yep, but just as I had predicted, once we reached about here, all of our supply is dead, and pushing is now a real struggle. Not like they have troops, it's empty, but it's just supply is awful. Alright, we have won the war against Russia. As you can see, they are now our puppets right here, and the Commonwealth of Poland has expanded. Germany is my puppet, so I didn't think they'd have any war score, but somehow they took this. I have no idea how they took this, but they did, so I guess that's their little reward for doing absolutely nothing in the war. Now the question is, do we go westward, or do we go and try to clean up this mess, or should we destroy the Italians and the French? Oh my god, I didn't even notice this. We have Westralia and Australia. Wow. Alright, that's kind of cool. I like Westralia. I can vibe with the idea of a Westralia. Alright, France has proclaimed the Etat Eral, where basically the whole cult is around the main leader, this guy, and it's not even called France anymore, it's just considered an extension of himself. And this is absolutely crazy. We, the Polish, we're sensible people, and we can't stand for this tomfoolery, so we're gonna have to go in and teach him a lesson. There we go. Oh, look at all that green against the French. Or not even the French. The L'État Réal, or whatever it is. The nonsense. Yeah. The L'État Réal. We cannot stand for this. There we go. The tanks are moving in. They're crushing them. We're blitzkrieging them. There we go. Look at that. Can we just quickly rush their capital? That would be neat. Oh yeah, look at this blitzkrieg we're pulling them. We're getting some encirclements. Perfect, perfect. Yes, very beautiful. The French had no chance against our well-equipped and well-trained army. It's like we're bringing back the glory of Napoleon, but we're Polish. They got some cool camo on their tanks, but it doesn't matter. Your artsy camo won't save you because we've taken your capital. Oh, holy cow, they've actually, they're trying to encircle us. Hold up. I don't approve of this. Oh, we've got an encirclement at Calais, which is ironic because it's right next to Dunkirk, and it's a big encirclement as well. I like this very much. How's our friend West Australia doing? Or Westralia? Doing pretty good with Hal Kolbach. Alright, very cool. I feel like instead of Australia, it should be Eastralia then. Westralia and Eastralia. Also, I like how they're both puppets of the UK. Like, I thought, like, this was, like, a French puppet or something. Nope. They're just like, nope. We don't want to have one unified government. Alright, there we go. The Great War has ended, and we've increased the Polish bloc. I really wish we could make factions, but we've got both Russias, we've got Germany, we've got France under us, we've got Italy under us, and again, we don't have player-led peace conference or anything. Just through our sheer efforts. Ireland got divided. Yugoslavia, I guess, was upset that I took this a little bit, you know, the coast from them. So they decided to get some coast from Ireland in return. But yeah, there we go. We have defeated all of the main continental powers in Poland. Sure, I could go after the UK, but I don't have a navy, and I don't want to sit here for like 2 hours researching and building one. But overall, Poland and the mod Red Flood, really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. It's a good alt history, but it doesn't overdo it with like a bunch of events or like mechanics you have to figure out. It works really well, and the game ran actually pretty well. I thought, you know, just because there's so many countries, it would be laggy, but it wasn't too bad. There was a few times where it like stuttered, but overall, nothing too bad. So yeah, if you guys want to check out Red Flood, it's on Steam, Ob Workshop, you know, generally where you find these mods. But yeah, I'd highly recommend it. I had a lot of fun, and let me know if you guys want me to come back as the Prussian Congo or something like that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good one.